Hi, this is Richard C. I'm a math tutor here at Wyzant, answering a question submitted by a student. This is something called a rational expression. It's basically when you're dividing one polynomial by another polynomial. And normally this is something that you would see in Algebra 2. So we're being asked to find the range. Whenever I'm asked to find a domain or a range, I need to sketch the function. This is, to me, is the best way of doing this. And our function here is f of x, and that's going to be x squared minus 4 over x plus 2. And the numerator factors x plus 2, x minus 2 over x plus 2. And we can cancel these two. They cancel out. And this function simplifies to x minus 2, provided, of course, that x itself cannot equal negative 2. You can see that if x equals negative 2, the denominator is undefined and the numerator is 0. Well, actually, the numerator is 0, but the denominator is 0, which makes the ratio undefined. So, believe it or not, we're ready to sketch this. So let's look here. So when you have a cancellation, what that does is it creates a hole. So we have a hole at x equals negative 2, and we're left with a straight line, x equals y equals x minus 2. So this would be 2 here. So when x is 0, y is negative 2. When x is 2 here, y is positive 2. When x is negative 2, I think you'll see that this is a negative 4 here. When x is negative 2, which would be over here, negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4, and that's where our hole is. So you have to find the hole, and then we're going to fill in this straight line. So all I really needed to know was the hole, and get a nice graph here. And once you get the graph, you're pretty much done. There are a lot of other things we might have had to test here. We might have had to test for vertical asymptotes, horizontal asymptotes. In this case, we might have had to test for a slant asymptote. None of those things were needed, and that's our graph. So once we see the graph, we can see the domain and range pretty quickly. The domain would be, looks like the teacher wants this in interval notation. So from negative infinity to negative 2, union negative 2 to infinity, like that. So that's the domain. The range is going to be similar. It's going to be from negative infinity to negative 4, union negative 4 through positive infinity. And so we're not including the negative 4, we're not including the negative 2, but other than that, it's all real numbers except for those exceptions. So this is actually a very easy problem. Turns out that this answer matches the student's answer. So I'm not sure what he did with the inverse, by finding the inverse of this, or what he hoped to gain by doing that, but he got the answer right. So I just don't quite understand his method or her method, but they got the answer right, so I guess that's fine. But I really do think a sketch here is important. Knowing how to graph a rational expression is a very important skill. You'll use it in school and you'll use it on SAT and ACT exams. So it's worth getting to know. All right, that's it for this lesson. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.